guys. I'm Danny Johnson, CEO at TPP, The Positive Porpoise.
I'm Jason Miller from Fins Up SoCal Fan Club.
I'm Scott Howell from Atlanta Dolphin Club.
Mark Angelo, NorCal Dolphin Club.
And you're listening to Clock Blockers, Miami fans' #1 morning show.
Run it, 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 run it.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on this beautiful Monday. Welcome to the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I'm your host, Stephen Daniel. Super excited to be hanging out with y'all this morning. Want to say good morning to my Fins family and my Fin-laws. Hope y'all are doing good out there. Super excited that y'all are on board with me this beautiful Monday morning. We got a great show lined up for you today. Great show. Just great. Just absolutely wonderful this morning. All right. Before I do that, got a laundry list of things to do. So let me go ahead and get right to those things. And we'll get started into the show today because we got a good one. All right. Number one. Hey, if you haven't followed me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, please go do that. At Stephen D, SKPL. Spread kindness, positivity, and love. Make sure y'all go do that. Come on now. Come on. I ain't asking for much. Make sure y'all go do that right now. All right. Make sure y'all go do that. Also, follow Miami Sports Music on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Miami Sports Music. Also, follow Miami Sports Music on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. Make sure y'all head out and do that this morning, too. And follow all myself and Miami Sports Music. Hey, when you guys get on today, or ladies, either one, make sure you hit that like button. Tap it. Smack it, whatever y'all want to do to it. Just hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Subscribe to the channel and also hit that like button and share. Share this link. Go on Twitter right now. Tag me at Stephen D SKPL and tag Miami Sports Music at MIA Sports Music on Twitter and share this link. Let people know that we're here. Come on. Can't do this without y'all this morning. I can't grow without your help. All right. Hey, if you guys want to sign up to become a member, join today. There's plenty of seats waiting for you at the table. We got a lot of opportunities for you to come on, join the family. We got 3 different tiers, and I put the link in the chat this morning. So I would love to see 2 new members this morning. Can we get 2 new members signed up this morning? Let's go. Sign up today. Join the channel. Get access to perks. Make sure you sign up. Become a member today. All right. Also, hey, look, if you want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, there are plenty of different ways you guys can do that. The first way is you guys can use the $sign down at the bottom of the chat. It's called a super chat. All right. You guys can use that and you guys can donate that way. I don't care if it's $1. It goes to helping the channel grow. All right. Also, just to let you guys know, you guys can also use PayPal and Cash App. The Cash App is $MSM Podcast Network and the PayPal's MSM Podcast Network. You guys can donate those 3 ways, help the channel grow. I tell people it doesn't even matter if it's $1. If you're able to donate, great. It helps the channel grow. Want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Tail Greeter. Tail Greeter is absolutely amazing. Go download the free app today on your current Apple or Android device at Tail Greeter, TAILGREETER. I know March Madness is here. First 4 days, we're going to talk about it just a little bit. Make sure you download the Tail Greeter app because they got a lot of stuff that they are doing, and it was a lot of cool things that they had going on for the NCAA tournament. So make sure you guys go check out Tail Greeter, see if you have a tailgate near you. Baseball season's in full effect. Got a lot going on, so make sure you guys do that today. All right. Also, want to remind you guys, tomorrow night, the Miami Sports Music Power Hour. Make sure you check them out at 8 p.m. That'll be myself, the Honorable Solo D, Cameron 954, and Jamie Bahamas. Make sure you check that out tomorrow night, the Miami Sports Music Power Hour at 8 p.m. And to my Spanish-speaking Miami Dolphins fans, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. from Hell Fins Podcast, Chochos Paris and Armand from the Mexico Fan Club come here each and every Tuesday to give you the best Spanish-speaking Miami Dolphins podcast there is out there. All right? Also want to give a big shout out to ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports, absolutely amazing. Make sure you check out my man, Zachary. Zachary's got a lot of cool autographs, memorabilia stuff, and it's all legit. It's all signed. It all has the authentication forms to go with them. And if you donate $10, increments of 10, so if it's 10, 20, 30, doesn't matter, increments of 10, every $10 donation you have between now and the end of the month, whether it's on here on YouTube, if it's on Cash App or PayPal, will get you a slot, an individual slot. Every $10 will get you one slot at least into getting an autographed Javon Holland Miami Dolphins jersey, as you can see right there. And it'll come with the authentication tag and everything. So if you want a Javon Holland autographed jersey, donate $10 or more. The more times you donate $10, increments of 10, the more chances you have to win. So make sure you guys do that today. It's an awesome way to help the channel grow, as well as, hey, get something cool for your man cave, all right? Or a woman cave. I don't know what you got. I'm just saying. All right, what's up? What is going on? Let me say hello to the people. Oh, look, Alexander already with the $10 donation to the GOAT of the Dolphins panel, Stephen D. The GOAT, many blessings to you and your family, my friend. Keep up the great work. Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate that, Alexander. Thank you very much. Let me see who else is in here this morning. We had Vlad. What's up, Vlad? What is going on? Bill's Mafia is in the building. And the reason I bring that up is Vlad's been a long-time listener of this show, always been very supportive. Shout out to you, my guy. TaylorMade Jedi, what is going on? Cap for Life is in here this morning. Mike Krzeski is in here this morning. Chase One, what's up? Who else I got up in here this morning? Ronnie, what's going on? Marcirio, Shake Money, Frank Mendez, Trucker Sean, Suedo Spike. What is up, man? What is going on? I like it. I got D1 Chosen in here this morning. Laura, what's going on? Laura Browning, how are you? Super excited. D1 is also in the building, as I just said. All right. I just said hello to all y'all. What is going on? We had a great weekend. It was a jam-packed weekend. We had NCAA tournament starting, first 4 days of that. We had in full swing spring training. We had hockey going crazy. We had, what else did we have? It was a lot of stuff this weekend. Free agency was in full effect. This is a great time of year if you're a sports fan, period. You had NASCAR. NASCAR was big this weekend. I'm going to get into a little bit of all that. And then at 9:20 in about 10 minutes, I'm going to have a special guest on, a couple of special guests. They'll come on and we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff. All right. Let's see here. Andravia says, I will donate a check if Stephen can go a whole show without butchering a name. I love you, my guy. See, I love you too, Andrevius, but that's probably not going to happen. But we will see. We will see. I will try. How about that? I will try. All right. First things first. Let me get right into it. Spring training games in full effect. I'll start with the least importance all the way up to the most important. Spring training's in full effect. Absolutely love it. I love what we've been doing over with the Miami Marlins. A lot of stuff has happened. The Miami Marlins, obviously Derek Jeter's no longer there, but they had their first spring training game on Friday and they won 8-3. Now, you say, hey, spring training, whatever. But I always say it's always good to get, wins even in spring training because I feel like, I don't know, it just helps you, feel like you've done something. And they had a great signing over the weekend. They signed World Series MVP Jorge Soler, signed a 3-year deal with the Miami Marlins over the weekend. So they addressed the hitting and they addressed outfield help. So it was great. They had a great weekend. I love the Jorge Soler contract. I love that it's a 3-year deal. It wasn't a 1-year deal. So to get a guy like Jorge Soler and to get a bat like him, last year, 27 home runs, 149 games split between the Royals and the Braves last season. Obviously was the World Series MVP for Atlanta. Hit 48 home runs in 2019. Look, the kid's good, and he's gotten better as his career's gone on. So it was great to see him sign a deal here. It was great to see the Marlins be aggressive, and that's what I wanted to see. And I like the fact that they went out and got Jorge Soler. And Jorge Soler finds himself on pretty good teams lately. So hopefully that means something for the Marlins, and hopefully that means the Marlins are good too. All right. All right. So they won 8-3. Their next spring training game, I believe, is today. If I am correct, they won 10-2 against Houston on Saturday. Again, 2-0. And they play today at 1:05 against the Mets. So all you New York people out here, boo. Super excited. So that'll be fun too. Marlins play at 1:05 this afternoon against the Mets in spring training. All right, enough about the Marlins. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers in the full swing of things. They've made some, acquisitions over, trades. We got a defenseman in Hag from the Sabres. I think it was great. Let me tell you, the Panthers are primed to make a run at this thing. Even if you're not a hockey fan. If you're not a hockey fan at all, just remember hockey playoffs, playoff hockey is one of the best things to watch out in sports right now. And we're not there yet, but we're close. And let me tell you, the Florida Panthers are about to make a run at this thing. They are the best team in hockey, arguably, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch them. They won on Friday 3-0 against Anaheim. They don't have too many games left all the way up to the end of April. So, they got about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. They got about 20 games, 19, 20 games left in the year. Got about 19, 20 games left in the year. They're sitting at 42-14, 42 wins, 14 losses. These guys are good. They are the best team in hockey. Tampa Bay isn't even where they're at. They're 39-16. Now, granted, that's a 2.5 game swing, but still, Florida Panthers doing big things. So I advise you, to all my South Florida sports fans, support the home team. Support it. Support them. Let's go Panthers, not Carolina, talking Florida Panthers, talking hockey. Let's go. All right, now to the real reason. NCAA basketball, baby. NCAA basketball was in full effect over the weekend, and I loved it. I was there for it. I was here for it. I'll start with the women. The women lost in the second round. They lost to the South Carolina Gamecocks, 49-33. I'm going to be sad about them. I wanted to see them make a deep run, but they played against arguably the best women's college basketball team there was. And they had a great year. And it's funny because I tell people college basketball for the University of Miami is a great program, women and men's side. So big shout out to the women. I know y'all lost yesterday, but trust me, your program's on the up and up, and it's only getting better. And I'm excited to see what the women's program does in the years to come. Now, the men, the 10th seeded University of Miami Hurricanes men's college basketball team in the NCAA tournament faced the number 2 team Auburn Tigers. And they won, people. Not only did they won handedly. 79-61. 79-61. It was a great game. As you can see right there, 79-61. Look, a lot of offense was scoring, and the defense. In the second half alone, the Hurricanes scored 46 in the second half, but only held Auburn to 29 points. And if you're going to make a deep run in the NCAA tournament, that's what you have to do. And let me tell you, Friday night starts the Sweet 16, and they have to face Iowa State, who's number 11th ranked. So I'm going to say this. Miami Hurricanes make the Elite Eight. Minimum. They make the Elite Eight. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. And the ACC's doing big things. Duke's still in it. UNC's still in it. Florida's still in it. look, I'm telling you, ACC basketball doing big things in the tournament. So don't sleep on them. It'll be a lot of fun. And let me tell you, what was really cool about this thing is Charles Barkley. You know, the NBA guys cover the NCAA tournament with CBS, TBS, TNT, True TV, I think is the other one that they do. And what I thought was really cool about it is Chuck at the beginning of the game was like, hey, if Auburn wins, look here, Kenny, if Auburn wins, I'm going to take off my shirt. And the coach and head coach for the University of Miami said, did nobody want to see that? So he had to make sure they won in the post game. So I thought that was funny, man. It's little stuff like that I enjoy and I like seeing. And that's part of the love that you see in the NCAA tournament. So I know Auburn wasn't a great team, but let me tell you, Miami is not a bad team, and they have a chance. All you got to do is win and be competitive. And when you can do that, you can make a run. So I know they're going to get to the Elite Eight. I'm just throwing that out there. But don't be surprised if Miami ends up in the Final Four. Don't be surprised if Miami ends up in the Final Four. And if they do that, we might have to have a watch party up here. Because that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So shout out to the Metro Rail boys. If you don't know who they are, they're a big fan club down in South Florida. They support everything, the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Hurricanes. JD DeBoss is part of the creator of Metro Rail boys, and they are so big. Love those guys. And they've been supporting both the women's and the men's team. And so it was a lot of fun. So shout out to the University of Miami. Keep on winning. Beat Iowa State on Friday night. Beat Iowa State on Friday night. All right. I think that's it. I think that is it. Let's kind of get into a little bit of what I want to talk about this morning. So, over the week. You know what? One more thing. Atlanta Motor Speedway this weekend in NASCAR was huge. It was crazy. They had some pretty big wrecks in there. I know there's not a lot of NASCAR fans on my channel, but I'm back into it. And I'm back into it, in my opinion, for all the right reasons. Some NASCAR fans won't say that. I love watching Bubba Wallace, big Bubba Wallace fan, big Bubba Wallace supporter. Was racing second the last 50, 60 laps. And on the final lap, gets loose, ends up crashing, finishes 13th. And Byron, the number 24 car, Jeff Gordon's old number, ends up winning the race. And that's 3 Cup cars this year from not Childress. I guess it was Childress, right? Richard Childress's racing team that have won. So they've looked really good. They've looked really, really good. Or was it Hendricks? Is it Hendricks team? Hendricks team. So they got a lot to go on, but these super speedway tracks compared to these road tracks are pretty big. The difference is night and day. And when we get on these super speedway tracks, it's good to see that my man does really good in that. But he struggles on the road tracks. But he's getting better. He's on a better Cup team. And hopefully Bubba Wallace can start finishing higher up and getting some top 10 finishes. But it was a tough break at the end of the race this weekend. I don't know if y'all watch NASCAR. A lot of you probably don't, but it was fun to watch this weekend, let me tell you. I watched everything this weekend, and I watched NASCAR too. All right, now that I got that out the way, let me kind of get into the real reason for being here. Well, there's plenty of real reasons for being here this morning. I had to talk about it a little bit more because I've noticed it's been very, very prevalent in the sports media industry over the weekend, especially in South Florida. And that is the Twitter group compared to the YouTubers. And South Florida media compared to people that are on YouTube or Twitter Spaces. And I know that some of y'all don't want to talk about it or get into it, but I still think it's prevalent, and I still think it's a conversation that needed to be touched on. So I had a couple of people that reached out to me that said they wanted to address it in another way one more time. So I figured I would at least touch on it this morning before we got into all the Miami Dolphins free agency talk. because I know that's where a lot of stuff. I know that's what I want to talk about this morning is that. So Ennis, who keeps on getting in the back room here, and I'm supposed to have Chris Delakis on this morning. Both those guys. Yeah, it definitely. There's a lot to talk about. So I want to make sure that those guys are able to get off their chest what they want to talk about and address it in a positive way, but in their own way. And I want to give them the platform to do that. So let me do that real quick. I think they're having a trouble getting in. I just want to make sure that they are gonna get in. So just bear with me while I do that. Can drop link in channel too much. All right, this is for Ennis and Chris Delakis only. I'm not bringing anybody else in at the moment, but I will put this in the chat for Ennis and Chris Delakis to give them the platform to talk. So that is for Ennis and Chris Delakis. Because I want to allow them the opportunity to obviously talk what they want to talk about and say what's on their mind in a positive way, hopefully. All right, let me bring on the first person I got here. I got Chris.
Hey, good morning, Steven.
Good morning, man. I'm trying to get in the back room here, too.
I'm probably going to hit a dead zone in about 2 minutes, so hopefully he'll jump on pretty soon.
Well, I mean, the floor is yours. What did you guys want to address and talk about this morning?
No, we just basically wanted to
As John
let the
John cuts out
community know essentially that our goal in yeah, you see, I'm like I said, I was about to hit a dead zone. We just wanted to can you hear me now?
How long is your dead zone for? Because I want to make sure I get you up here.
About 2 miles.
All right, call me back in 2 miles. I got Ennis in the back room here. I want to make sure you get on. All right, Ennis, what's up, Ennis?
What's up, Steven? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, dude. What's up?
Good. Other way you said it to me, it was echoing. I heard you. It was the screen was black, and I was like, "This ain't gonna work." So I appreciate you opening this up. Reason why we wanted to come on, Steven, because we wanted to despair the rumors about the spaces that we hold on Twitter.
Okay.
People thinking it's a cult or it's just one sided. It's tour based only. The reason why I asked John to come up here is because John is not a tour guy. And John be in the spaces with us. And he's a person that can tell you that we don't just talk about the quarterback all day. We have healthy debates. Everybody's welcome. We don't do no arguing. If people get into arguments, we kick them out the space.
Okay.
There are spaces, just like YouTube, that are not like, Stephen, that are not 100% correct or whatever you want to label it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to give them a bad name, but you know what I mean. So it's like you said it elegantly when you came to the space. Every space or every channel is not for everybody. So our spaces are to have healthy debates about any topic of the team, sometimes we have hangout spaces where we just hang out and talk. But when it's people that come to channels that want to have healthy debates, but if you give an opinion, you get jumped on. That's where the issues lie. We don't have no people that have an opinion against the quarterback, as long as you articulate your opinion. That we can't change nobody's opinion about anything. But when you try to force your opinion on someone, that's where the argument happens. You're yelling at each other and no one's getting nothing across. So when I come to your channel, if I say something to you about a topic you discussing, I'm getting bashed in the comments by clowns that don't like me because I don't want to be their friend. Let's keep it real. Y'all mad because y'all don't want to be y'all friend? Like, grow up. But they don't want to tell people that. But that's the real truth. I stopped speaking to certain people so they want to clown me in comments when I come to your channel. So that's why I don't come to the channel, bro. So people don't let it. If people love you, Steven, they wouldn't disrespect your comments because there's people that come to these channels that don't know what's going on, want to watch and sit and have good debates. But you got people in the comments that want to troll other people and have arguments. But then when we go on them, they say it's us. That's bull BS, Steven. So we came here to squash that. And John is a perfect example. He came in our faces arguing about Tua. We never kicked John out or said he was crazy for having his opinion. We respected John's opinion because he articulated why what he wanted to see from Tua and why he didn't like Tua, what he didn't like about Tua. And John, am I right? Do we check with you about your opinion?
No, Twitter definitely accepted me with open arms. I mean, the spaces definitely weren't critical of what I had to say or anything like that. They listened to what I had to say. I didn't think that was going to happen because I know that most of the times Twitter is usually reserved for, people that support Tua, and I wanted to voice my opinion right away. They asked me questions of why I thought, why I was critical of him, but no beef, nothing. I mean, they listened, wholeheartedly, and that's what Dennis is trying to say is that, Twitter just doesn't support Tua. They basically support the whole team, and they listen to what people want out of this team and what they want to see better out of the Miami Dolphins. And that's why, I mess with Twitter, because a lot of the times in the YouTube community, we get blocked, we get banned, whatever it is, and it's very, one-sided depending on who's hosting.
All right, let me ask you both a question. Why does Twitter get labeled as toxic and YouTube doesn't, according to the Dolphin universe, the Dolphin fan universe?
Because there's spaces on there that are toxic, bro. 2-on, let me get rid of this ball, Steven, for people that might not know. People that do 2-on are not supporting Tua. That Twitter is ran by Clump, Sorty, guys that are not Tua guys. It was meant to troll the fans that support the quarterback to make it seem like it was a cult and it's just Tua. They are really mocking him. So the people that don't like him think that Tua is really about Tua. It is not. We have found out it is made by people that is mocking the whole situation. So it's people that see an opportunity to bash someone and seeing the fan base split like this and are using this to rile stuff up, and people are falling for it. You got people sitting on channels talking about they made a joke about the performance situation. Let me tell you something. That wasn't no joke. Because keep it real, he told me behind the scenes the only reason why he go against Tua because he said it riles the fan base and it helps his channel.
Who said that?
But I'm not one of the people that was on that show that wears a purple blazer.
Okay.
Y'all figure it out.
No, I thought you said my name. I'm like, I didn't say that.
No, not you, Steven. That's why I told people on Twitter to come to your show to see. And I told them you one of the good guys that we do want to come see. But the people make it a cesspool in your comment section to where we can't even enjoy sitting and watching your show.
So let me say two things. So number one, I've said this a million times. I'll say it again. I feel like my channel is Switzerland. It is a great way for you to come up here, be able to get what your thoughts or ideas are, whether it be on the team, the fans, ownership. It doesn't matter. I think everybody has an opportunity to say something. But I will also say that the chat is its own world. And I don't really associate not associate. I can't say that. I don't really involve myself with the chat because it's its own world, and I can't focus on running the show and hosting the show and dealing with the chat because there's times when the chat is totally different than what's going on in the show. That's neither here or there. I think that's part about what makes this space great and this opportunity to be great. But what I do know, and I can only go off personal experience and what the outlook is according to the Dolphin fans, is the outlook is Twitter's always more controversial and toxic than YouTube is, but you're not wrong when it comes to the chat in some of these YouTube platforms. Not all, but some of them. And so what I wanted to do is when you hit me up over the weekend and say, dude, I just want to set the record straight. This is what it is. I wanted you to be able to come up here and say, hey, look, this is what it is, without really naming people's names. And I'm not a big fan of anybody going after anybody, but I do think that I think you have a valid point about when you're able to have a Twitter space and bring up a topic and just be able to talk. I think that it's not toxic, but it depends on how the people are being treated within that space. And I think that's part of not the problem, but the reality, as people would say, I say a lot, the reality of the situation.
Right. That's why we wanted to come, and I wanted John to come because people keep putting that narrative. Last time I was on your stream, I seen in the comments, Oh, he tried to get me down with the coke, bro. Cut it out. Like that's the stuff I'm talking about. If you don't like me, you don't like me. But I don't like people. I don't. You don't see me putting false narratives out about people, bro. Just because you don't like someone, that's the BS. Like if you grown, be grown. Like when I see y'all talk, I don't come in the chat and spam y'all. But when I do it, oh, he's angry. He's always mad. Cause who's gonna keep putting up with the BS? Nobody. But then when y'all get mad, when y'all get laughed at, bro, and that's not don't cry wolf when you push the bear. That's all I'm saying.
Chris Delacus, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just gonna answer your question why you think that Twitter is more toxic. Twitter is just like a living organism. I mean, at any moment of the day, you could put out what you're feeling on Twitter. You could go at somebody on Twitter. With regards to YouTube, you basically have to wait till the individual sets up the platform and starts the channel. That's why I think Twitter gets a lot of beef. It's because essentially that Twitter, is constantly there 24/7, whereas in YouTube, you have to wait for the creator, the content maker, to basically start the channel for you to express your feelings. So I think there's a lot of room and a lot of time basically for the person that goes on Twitter just to basically lash out if they want to lash out. And like I said, it's just a living organism that's available 24/7.
All right, last thing I want to talk about before I let you guys go is why do you think? All right, let me put it this way. Why is there a negative connotation when the conversation goes back to the quarterback? Because I feel like that's some of the problem. Look, Deshaun Watson finally got traded. Thank God, because I feel like that conversation's over with. At least I hope it is. But what I will say it now is I even see people talking about, should we go after Baker Mayfield? Should we go after, Matt Ryan? Should we go after, why do you, I there's a side of me that doesn't have a problem with the fan base actually going in that direction because I understand their frustration. But the other side of it is, guys, you do know if we didn't go after Deshaun, there's no way we're going after any of these other guys. Like, that's not going to happen. 2 is the guy. 2 is who we're going with. Let that be it for this year. So why do you think the conversation gets real heated when it comes to the quarterback situation?
I'm gonna go first because I gotta get back to work. Let me go, John, real quick because I gotta
All
get
right,
back
go
to
ahead.
work. The reason why I think it is because it's the highly the most important position on the team, and when you got all the quarterbacks in our division that are great elite or whatever you want to call them, so of course people was pushing the narrative before he said Cleveland there was still a chance we was in it. Like people didn't want to close that window because of all the stuff going on around our certain quarterback. So any window to talk about changing it, people are going to look at it or talk about it or whatever. It's just the most important position as far as media. They push the narrative quarterback is everything. So with our situation, we've been going through this since last year. You know what I'm saying? So of course, any quarterback, they try to make an issue about Teddy Bridgewater when he came in. It was Omar said he's coming compete for the job or whatever crazy thing he said. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, and I just want to say thanks, Steven. And
Hey, look,
I was
man,
listening.
if people come to me and say they want to get out a point or a topic, I'll give you the platform as long as you're respectable with it. And every time I ask you, you're on it, man. So I appreciate you coming on, and you're welcome here anytime, Ennis.
All right, love you, bro.
Love you too, man. I appreciate it. Chris Delacus, man, I'll give you the final thing of this, and then I'll go into what else I'm going to go into.
I mean, just to piggyback off what Ennis said, I agree. I think it's because the quarterback position is the most important position on the team, and it's easy to put a face to failure with the quarterback position, no matter who it is. But just for all Miami Dolphin fans, the point that I want for them to understand is that this is a team effort. We needed a running back, we needed an offensive line, we needed wide receivers. There were a lot of missing pieces that Tua needed to succeed. And believe me, I am critical of Tua, but I'm also, reasonable with what a quarterback needs to succeed in the NFL. So I know you guys want to jump and, grab Watson, grab Baker Mayfield, whoever it is. Listen, Tua's here to stay. We got to rally around Tua at this point, and we got to build around Tua just to have a successful season. And that's what I want Dolphin fans to look at, the future, not the past, of what could have been, but what we need going forward. That's it.
100%. Hey, before you go, real quick, I want to let Pamela come on because she just wanted to come on real quick and address it. Pamela, what's up, Pamela?
Hey, Stephen. Thanks for bringing me in because I really do want to address this a little bit. I can honestly say that there are toxic sites, whether it's YouTube or whether it's Twitter. There are some toxic fans out there that definitely are just looking to hype with their negativity. But there's also so many wonderful young men on here that have a lot of knowledge and a lot of passion. And I don't think it's about agreeing with everything, but I do think that everybody can show respect. You don't have to be best buddies with somebody in order to be respectful. And I am hoping that people realize that life is short, and when it comes down to it, as fans, we really have no say-so in what goes on. I mean, they may listen to some degree on a big movement, maybe, but mostly, no, we don't have any say-so. The Dolphin organization is going to do what they're going to do. And some of these very polarizing subjects, like Tua, for example, you know, if you're a Dolphin fan, you realize now Tua's our quarterback. Get behind it. Be critical when you want to be critical. Just don't trash people. Don't trash our team. Don't trash other fans. You know, I saw Shake Money say it. And can't we all just get along?
Can we all just get along?
Yeah. And I don't think, like I said, we don't all have to be best buds. Not everybody's going to be buddies with somebody else. And that's okay. That's okay. But please, just be civil and respectful.
That's all it is, Pam. Thanks.
All right. I appreciate everybody coming on this morning to talk about that. I'm going to kick you guys on out of here so I can get on with the show. But I love both of you. I appreciate y'all both coming on this morning.
I appreciate it, Stephen. Thank you so much.
Bye.
No problem. Bye. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. I am your host, Stephen D. I am super excited to be hanging out with y'all today. Look, I wanted to get into free agency talk as well as Miami Dolphins talk. And so that's what we're going to do right now. But what I'm going to do is what we started doing last week, okay? So I wanted to be able to break everything down into sections as far as like segments. So I know I got like 107 people watching right now. So what I want to do right now is put in the link for the new video on YouTube for y'all to come and listen. So that's what I'm going to do right now is send over this link for you guys to get on. Here is the new link. You guys go over to this real quick, and we're going to start talking about real stuff, which is NFL free agency, the Miami Dolphins, Lael Collins. We're going to talk. I hope I said it right, Andrevius. We're going to talk also about the opportunity to get Taron Armstead, who is in town right now at the Miami Dolphins facility as we speak. So we're going to talk about that and how big of a signing that could be. At 9 a.m., that conversation, that visit started at the Dolphins facility. My hope is that we can get on out of there. But as I just said before, what I just did right now is put the link in there for the new video or the new stream. Go over to the new stream right now, and I'll be over there in a few minutes. Make sure you hit the like button for this and share this one, and then I'll see you over there at the new stream in 2 minutes. So I'll see you over there in a minute. Let's go. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Super excited y'all are hanging out here this morning. Now we're going to go get the party started. We're going to talk NFL free agency and Miami Dolphins talk. Are y'all ready? Let's go. Super excited. Thank y'all for coming on here this morning. And if you like this video, share it and hit the like button. Let's go. I'll see you at the next stream right now. Peace.